Hey, Mitch, do you have a second?
Yeah, what's up?
There's a chance I might not be able to make it home tonight. It's not decided or anything, but I figured it was better if I let you know in advance, just in case.
Did something happen? I thought you said you might come home early today with the blizzard heading toward our city. Or did you change your shift? I do remember you saying something about how the guys working the late night shift will stay in the office overnight regardless of the weather.
No, my shift is still the usual 9 to 5, it's just that we had a little trouble.
Really? Is everything alright?
I don't know, but we'll have to deal with it either way. One of our important clients had a little issue with their computer system. If we don't fix it now, it could potentially affect millions of people, and we really don't want that. That's why my coworkers and I are trying to resolve the issue right now, but so far, so good. At this rate, we might not be able to make it home before the snowstorm hits us.
I see. That must be one of the harder things about being a programmer. Come to think of it, this wasn't the first time something like this happened, was it? Something similar happened a few months ago.
Right. It was during hurricane season. Sucks to be me, but I guess I can't help it. It's what gets me food on the dinner table. Anyway, this time we should be able to sort things out from our office building. We won't have to visit our clients like last time, so it shouldn't take too much time. That being said, it's still unclear when we'll be able to resolve the issue. It might be in 5 minutes, it might be in 5 hours, so the long and the short of it is that I might be home early today, just like I told you in the morning, but I might also spend the night over at my office. We really don't know. Don't worry about dinner. I'll fix myself a sandwich if I make it back home in time. Feel free to order some early pizza if you want. So yeah, will that be all right?
Of course, good luck fixing the problem.
Thanks. Oh, and one last thing. Could you do the laundry for me?
The laundry tonight in this weather? Are you sure that's a good idea? Our dryer's still broken, We'll need to sun-dry it.
I know. Don't worry, I'm not asking you to hang the clothes out in the yard. We don't want our clothes covered in snow. I'll dry it once the storm passes and once I get home. I just figured you might as well do it now since it's just a press of a button.
Meh, I guess so.
And while you're at it, could you wash my apron as well? You'll find it hanging near the fridge.
Since when did you have an apron? I don't remember seeing you wearing one before. I mean, I already know you like to tie your hair into a bun when you cook, but with an apron, you're gonna look like some kind of lunch lady.
I don't mind that. Better than getting things messy. The apron's brand new. It only arrived yesterday, so it has that weird smell that new products tend to have. I'll appreciate it if you could toss it into the laundry. If you do, I promise I'll bake you some nice cupcakes over the weekend. Please?
Sounds good, I guess.
Thanks. You're still working from home today, right?
Yep, I was actually just working right now.
You were? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you would be on your lunch break by now. Don't worry about me. You should focus on your work.
It's fine. Once I'm done with what I'm doing now, I won't have any more tasks for the day.
Really? Oh, that makes me feel slightly better for bugging you before your break. Well, I guess I should leave you to it then. I should get back to work too. See you later.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Mitch, are you not home? Are you out for a pizza or something? Please tell me you haven't gone out of the house in this weather. This is an emergency. Have you not checked our yard? Oh, I can't believe it. You're always on your phone. Why not now? Mitch, Mrs. Jerome called to tell me she found someone lying in the snow in our yard. Apparently she was hoping to get some help from us because, well, she was in our yard, but no one answered the door, so she dealt with everything herself. She called the ambulance and everything already, so you don't have to worry about that. Just thought I'd let you know. Honestly, where are you? And what are you doing? You better not tell me you've been sleeping all this time. Anyway, could you either text me back or call me once you read this message? I'll be waiting. Mitch, did you get my message? Judging from how you haven't gotten back to me yet, I'm guessing you're still not home either. I hope you're not in an accident or anything. That would be unfortunate. All right, I'm going to spam you with my messages on the off chance that you just lost your phone or something. Come on, Mitch. Lost your phone? Hey! Okay, maybe this is pointless. Anyway, I want to talk to you about the lady Mrs. Jerome found in our yard. Call me back as soon as you see this, all right? It looks like you're in really hot water right now. The sooner you deal with it, the better.
Amy, what's up with your cryptic message? I'm in hot water? Seriously? That's the best you can do? What is up with you? If you want to grab a dude's attention, you should make them feel better. Don't try and guilt trip me. We both know you had it coming. And don't even try to get Mrs. Jerome involved. She's a sweet old lady and she doesn't have to get caught up in this. You just have to stoop lower than you already have, don't you? Quit humiliating yourself. It won't earn you any pity. Forget it. Which hospital are you at? It's not like I'll actually bother to go visit you, but you might as well tell me if you want my attention so badly.
Excuse me? For your information, I'm still at my office. I figured now wasn't the best time to go home yet, considering the weather and, well, you know.
Huh? But I thought you said Mrs. Jerome found you lying in the snow.
I can tell you haven't really read my text. Probably skimmed over it, huh? I'm sorry if you were annoyed by me, but at the very least, you don't have to be so rude about it. You're making an even worse impression.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just busy and stuff.
Right, sure. Just go back and start reading it again. Be thorough this time. Don't gloss over anything, especially the ones I sent you last night.
Hold on a second, what the hell? You can't be serious. There was an unknown lady lying in our yard? Mrs. Jerome had to call an ambulance for her? What the hell is going on?
Funny you're asking. I was going to ask you the same questions myself.
What are you talking about?
You spilled the beans yourself. I am not an idiot, you know. I read what you sent me. There's no point in pretending there was no malicious intent on your part.
So, this is actually just a really huge misunderstanding. I just thought you were making things up. I thought you were blaming me for not letting you into the house or something, and, you know, trying to play the victim by gaining Mrs. Jerome's sympathy.
Don't even try to play dumb with me, Mitch. We both know full well that won't be enough to explain what you sent me. You can try and delete your messages all you want, but I already took a record of it. Anyway, we figured out who the person lying in the snow was. Her name's Kristen. It's a pretty name.
Kristen?
I don't have any personal relationships with anyone by that name. What about you, Mitch? Anything you want to tell me about your precious friend? She's a brunette, just like me.
No, you've got it all wrong. I mistook her for you. It's not like I was cheating or anything.
So, you thought she was me, and that's why she's in the hospital now? Interesting.
No, I mean...
Forget it. It's not like I'm surprised.
Huh?
How long do you think it's been since I got the call from Mrs. Jerome? It's been more than 15 hours. Of course I did my homework.
Homework? Huh? Oh, come on now, Amy. If you want to tell me something, you better just be blunt about it. What are you accusing me of? Go on, tell me.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just implying that I know you were cheating on me.
Right, just give me time, I promise. I can explain.
Let me put emphasis on the word no. Don't even try to make up some story about how it's all a misunderstanding. It's pointless. I know you were cheating on me, and I know you had not only one, but 2 girlfriends. You're disgusting.
Oh, why would you be so sure?
Fine. I guess I might as well explain. It'll probably help you see the big picture and understand where you're currently standing. Things probably started rolling last night after I texted you to tell you that I'll probably be home late. You apparently contacted both Kristen and your other girlfriend and offered to hang out with them. Kristen refused the offer, saying she had other things to do. That's why you decided to invite the other girl, let's say girl number 3, over to your house. I already have so many questions, but I digress. Moving on. You probably went over to girl number 3's place to pick her up. With all the snow, it'll be cruel to make her come all the way over to your place when you're the one who called. That's why, for a little while, no one was home at our place. And you, being you, forgot to lock the door.
Wait, what?
That was when Kristen arrived. Maybe she wanted to surprise you. Whatever the case, she let herself inside, and when no one responded when she called out for you, she figured you were still working. So she decided to wait until you were finished, and by pure interest decided to make some dinner. So she took the apron that I left near the fridge and tied her hair up into a bun, just like I do when I cook food.
Hold on. Oh, please tell me I have the wrong idea.
She was just getting prepared when you came back home with girl number 3. You must have been drunk. Otherwise, it won't make sense for you to mistake Kristen for me, even if we did resemble each other when we cook. Anyway, you saw a brunette wearing an apron with her hair in a bun cooking in the kitchen. You weren't sober enough to realize that it was Kristen. Mistaking her for me, you panicked and kicked her out of the house without even bothering to check her face. Smart move, doofus. You should really try stay sober if you're going to do something malicious. Oh, and drunk driving is illegal, just so you know.
That was Kristen? That's why the story didn't make any sense.
You and girl number 3 knew that you won't be able to have fun with your wife around the house, so the two of you ran off to some other place with your car. And unfortunately, this time you actually didn't forget to lock up. I don't know where you two went after that, but I'm guessing the two of you have been together this entire time, right?
Let's discuss more important matters. What happened to Kristen after that? Why would she be lying in the snow? The story didn't add up.
She was lying in the snow because she couldn't move. You must have been pretty violent when you kicked her out of the house. She tripped over the stairs near the entrance and fell. It broke her right leg.
Huh?
And then you just had to go and tell her to beat it. You just had to tell her to suck it all up and go bury herself in the snow. Poor Kristen. Even if she was one of your girlfriends, I still feel really bad for her. And it scares me to think that you said all those things thinking it was me. Her phone was still in her purse, and she left that inside the house. She couldn't move, so it wasn't like she could call for help either. Plus, the weather was getting pretty bad, so people didn't hear her when she tried to call out for anyone around the area. It's no surprise. You know how quiet it is when it snows? It's because snow absorbs sound. Nature can be pretty cruel sometimes. And to top it all off, no one in their right mind would leave their homes in such terrible weather. Kristen was pretty much left to die. It was pure dumb luck that Mrs. Jerome found Kristen. She was just taking a peek out the window when she noticed Kristen laying in the snow. Thankfully, she became the saving grace that Kristen needed. You know the rest of the story. Mrs. Jerome called the ambulance, knocked on our door, called me when no one answered, and the rest is history.
So, Kristen, how's she doing?
She's getting better, but hypothermia is nothing to laugh at, and she still can't walk on her own. She'll be staying at the hospital for a few more days, just in case.
Which hospital?
Why would you want to know? I don't see the point in telling you.
But what do you mean?
To be honest, I don't want to be too sympathetic to Kristen. I'm sure if she was in girl number 3's position and I was in Kristen's last night, she wouldn't have batted an eye. That being said, I can tell that she's traumatized and pretty much done with you at this point. I'm not going to be a pain by causing her any more misery. I'm going to stay optimistic and say that she learned her lesson. So for now, I'm prioritizing keeping her safe from you over getting my revenge on her.
Keeping her safe from me? Come on, I'm not gonna hurt her.
You literally broke her leg.
Well, I can always apologize, right? There aren't any mistakes that can't be undone.
I don't know. I think there's a limit. Besides, it would be best if you focused more on yourself. Has it ever occurred to you that the police might be getting involved?
The cops? You can't be serious. What is this, some kind of detective show?
They came over to my office today to ask me some questions. But since I spent the night at the office, they figured I wasn't involved in any of this and let me go. I don't know about you, though. Something tells me you're pretty heavily involved.
Oh, no. What's gonna happen to me? They aren't gonna arrest me, are they?
Who knows? Why didn't you head over to your closest police station and ask them?
Why do you sound so disinterested? I'm your frickin' husband. This should be as important to you as it is to me. How can you be so heartless?
I'm the one who's heartless? You're the one who cheated on me with 2 other girls. You're the one who sent Kristen to the hospital. I think it's clear which one of us really doesn't have any sense of compassion.
I mean, people make mistakes, but you don't have to be so harsh.
It's over, Mitch. I'm already looking for a lawyer. We're getting a divorce.
A divorce? Don't you think that's going a bit too far? What are you gonna need a lawyer for?
Let me repeat myself. You're the one who cheated on me with 2 other girls. And you're the one who sent one of your girlfriends to the hospital thinking it was me. You were willing to leave me in the snow to die. I can think of a million ways to sue you. Maybe Kristen and I could team up against you.
Come on, Amy, you have to forgive me just this once. You know you'll always be my #1 girl.
Excuse me?
Why do you think I married you? It's because you're the best girl out of the bunch. Sure, I may have cheated on you, but it's only because I was feeling alone. I promise it won't happen again. I love you, Amy. That's why I chose you as my wife.
Interesting use of words there. It almost sounds like you were always cheating on me since the very beginning. Now that I think about it, you did have a lot of close friends back when we started dating. Like that one time when you went on an overnight trip with one of your friends from high school. She was pretty cute. I wonder if it really was just a friend.
Oh, you're just imagining things. You're reading too much into this.
I understand. I was just being too naive and forgiving. You know what? Let's just end this conversation. I'm only going to get even more upset with both you and myself. Just give me a few more hours and I'll find myself a nice lawyer. They can deal with you.
Do you really need a lawyer?
Yes. And don't try to convince me otherwise. If you can't tell, I am super angry right now. Bye, Mitch. I hope I never speak to you ever again. Thankfully, Mitch seemed to get the message. After my last text, he didn't bother to send me any more poor excuses. Later that day, one of my coworkers offered to introduce me to a competent lawyer. With their help, I managed to prepare all the necessary documents and successfully sue my former husband. The entire divorce went very smoothly. In a matter of a few days, I was once again happily single, ready to enjoy some time for myself. Since the house belonged to Mitch, I decided to move out. Eventually, I found a new place with a beautiful kitchen. It was time I finally got back into my hobby of cooking and baking. Meanwhile, it seemed as though things weren't going as smoothly for Mitch and the others. After Kristen left the hospital, she and girl number 3 got into a big argument. They both thought that they were Mitch's first go-to girl, but once they realized that they were both being played by Mitch, the tables were turned. The 2 of them banded up against Mitch, and all hell broke loose from there. Kristen tried to get Mitch sued for injuring her, while Mitch tried to sue Kristen for trespassing. It was all very messy, and I'm just grateful that I didn't have to get involved in any of it. Funnily enough, both Mitch and Kristen texted me to introduce them to my lawyer on the exact same day. Maybe they really were meant to be together. Either way, I decided to ignore them both. I really didn't want anything to do with it, especially now that I was out. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any thoughts in the comment section, and I hope we get to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!
Well, have you thought about it? Think you'll be able to decide in time? Or are you still stuck deciding between those places?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can really commit to one or the other right now. Give me another day to figure out which one I want to go with. Martha, I know you're not one to rush these things, but we have to decide soon. Remember, if you wait too long, someone might come in and snatch it up. It's not like we have an indefinite hold on either of them. No, you're right. We don't want that happening. Karen said something similar about today's place. Apparently, it's pretty rare for a listing to go onto the market in that area. I guess if we want it, we'll have to hurry. Still, it was nice of her to snag us a temporary hold for that one. I was anxious because she was recommended to us by a friend, but it looks like she's actually pretty solid. If it's with her, then I'm confident that you two can get it done. Yeah, that was a concern I had too at first, but I trust she'll land us a place before next month. But better yet, what am I going to do? I've never been stumped so bad between two decisions like this before. It was already hard enough to narrow it down to two. Oh, so you have eliminated a couple? Hey, that's good progress, Martha. Good job. Which ones are you left with then? Okay, so for the final choice, we are down to the first one we looked at and the third one. I thought they both had good layouts and a nice amount of direct sunlight. I think you agreed with me on that. Yep, I'm with you on those points. So what has you stuck? Right, well, it's down to 2 negative points. One for each. One has an odd bathroom layout with the toilet placed pretty inconveniently. For the other, it's just a matter of size. The master bathroom isn't particularly big, which could be annoying when we have children. Yeah, I remember you pointing those out on the initial walkthroughs. That master bath in particular could be a little cramped in the mornings. Exactly. It also might get pretty tiresome having to fight for space to get ready every morning. This is definitely something we'll have to think about for after the marriage. We'll be living together, so it'll be different. Anyhow, that's the 2 choices. The rear bathroom or the small one. Everything else between the 2 locations is more or less comparable. I think you can handle that decision, Martha, so I'll leave the choice in your hands. You're a better judge of this than I am. If it was left up to me, I'm not even sure I would have noticed those 2 problems. So you have my okay to go ahead with either of them. I really wish you'd have more input than that, Terry. Anything to help me in one direction or the other. It's not that I don't have anything else to say. I just trust you'll make the right choice, Martha. And like I said, at the end of the day, I really am happy with either. Fine then, but you're not being much help. Man, just thinking about it has me excited. Just think about after the wedding. Once we have everything ironed out and you'll take my name and it'll be your happily ever after. It's really starting to feel like it's not long now. You can't jump ahead to after the wedding, Terry. There's still so much to do. It's also anxiety-inducing. You worry too much. I'm sure everything will work itself out. You should be excited instead, like I am. Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. I had something else to talk to you about. Mom got back to me and said that the Saturday next month that we had talked about works for her. The Saturday next month? What was that about again? Oh, we were going to do introductions then, right? Write it down if you have to, Terry. You shouldn't have to have me remind you. This is really important to me. Whoa, hold on. I definitely didn't forget. I just heard Saturday next month and I was like, I got a lot going on next month. And it just slipped my mind in the moment. Okay, so we're meeting your mom then. And for your dad, we'll arrange something later. Huh? Arrange something with him? Did I say something wrong? Oh, what I meant to ask was, is everything all right with your dad? Ah, okay. Don't scare me like that. It's always just been me and my mom. He's not really going to be a part of any of this. Right, of course. Have you told me that before? Yep. We spoke about it previously. Again, I'm not fully clued into all the circumstances surrounding the what and why of it, but apparently, he was the deadbeat dad. Right, I remember you saying that. We talked about our families about half a year in. That must have been when you told me. There's no must have been. That was what happened. You should really try to remember these things. And it wasn't just that time either. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it a couple of times. Oh, is that so? Sorry, it must have been my bad memory acting up again. I feel terrible about it, I honestly do. I forgive you. I don't really mind it too much. It, doesn't really seem like you've said anything about the meetup to your parents, have you? No, that's right. I need to do that. But I'll make sure to do that by the end of the month. Sounds good. Please do that for me. Honestly, if you could get it done before then, that would be ideal. Since we're getting married, I've been thinking, there's going to be a lot of people judging us. What? Nah, you're overthinking it. Times have changed. People are more tolerant of different family structures. Honestly, it feels like pretty much anything goes nowadays. I don't know about anything. I doubt people have gotten that accepting. Sure. I'm exaggerating a bit, but I think the spirit of what I said is true. Things are different now. I'm sure it's been tough on you, Martha. Yeah, it has been. Hold on, let's stop this. This conversation is too depressing. We should be focused on all the good things we have coming. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have even brought it up. I don't know what I think about these things. It's fine, we all have our demons. But for now, I think you should just focus on getting that house picked out, Martha. Got it. That'll be my goal. Don't overwork yourself, though. It's already pretty late. In fact, I'm just going to head off to bed. Good night, Martha. Thanks. Night. Sorry to bother you at work, but I have to talk to you about something. I wanted to ask if we could postpone that meetup with your mom and everyone. I suppose we could, but why? Did something come up? Yeah. A bit of an incident occurred within the family. That's about all I can say about it now, but it's pretty serious. If I get the chance, I'll introduce you later, but this person is in a pretty bad state. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. If that's the case, postponing is definitely the right thing to do. I'm really sorry about this. I asked if there was any chance that I could go through with our meeting today. But because of the situation, there's a chance that things take a turn for the worse, and I would have to leave immediately. It's someone I'm pretty close to. I feel terrible having to do this. It's fine, don't worry about it. Don't you worry about inconveniencing us. You do what you have to do. I'll tell Mom that something came up and we can't do it. Thanks, I owe you one. Are you okay, Terry? I hope you're not trying to do too much. If you feel tired, make sure you rest yourself. Me? I'll be fine. Mom and Dad are a different story, though. They're taking it pretty hard. I'm sure they are. Sorry, again. I'll text you back when things settle down a bit. Later. Got it. Take it easy, Terry. Evening. You done with work? Got a second to talk now? Yeah, I'm done for the day. How about you, Terry? Are you not busy? Me? No, I'm fine. In fact, I've got more time on my hands than I know what to do with. Yeah, I know that's not the case. Are you sure you're not overdoing it? I know it can be pretty hard when a family member is sick like that. What's this? Have you been thinking about me? Well, I'm happy to hear that. But I'm surprised you're done with work already. Isn't it fairly early for you? Usually you're complaining about how it's gonna take till 11 before you're done. I am? Oh, also, that thing we talked about the other day looks like it's going to happen. So I wanted to state it here for the record. I'm going to marry you. What's this all of a sudden? Don't tell me. Are things actually a lot worse than you're letting on? You're not feeling desperate about it all, are you? I mean, the marriage is set in stone as is. Hold on a minute. Desperate? I know you're not talking about me. When would that have been? I don't know where you heard that from, but it wasn't for me. I mean, I was the one who had the meetup with the parents canceled. And I'm the one looking to have the marriage called off. If anyone's going to be feeling desperate about the situation, it's not me. The marriage called off? But what happened to you saying you were going to get married just a minute ago? I am going to get married. Just to you, not her. She's from a single-parent household, so I'm ditching her. That's just too much of a red flag for me. What's with you? Getting cold feet? I should be the one asking if you're okay. I proposed, didn't I? It was just last week.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You seem kinda out of it today. What? You don't like how I went about it? Look, I thought it was a bit much myself. I'm not exactly thrilled that it has to end like this. But if I didn't tell her something extreme, she wouldn't have postponed the meetup. That way she's considerate of my situation, and she'll make sure to work around it. I can assure you that that lie was the easiest way to go about it.
The thing about the ill relative? That lie?
Right, that's the one. It's a classic excuse to get out of things. Obviously it's a lie, and everyone is alive and doing well.
Well, that's good.
Sorry to make you wait until I tied up any loose ends with her. Soon you'll be the sole focus of my attention. And next month I'll move forward with having the marriage with her called off. Then we can start dating for real.
Totally. Looking forward to it. Okay then. Good night.
Yeah, you too. Good night. Martha, please pick up. What do you mean we're not getting married?
Huh? Are you really that surprised?
What? Of course I am. Anyone would be. I thought you were going to wait for me, Martha.
Wait. For what?
What's up with you? Now you're the one who can't remember. I told you about the situation with my relative. They are still in such a bad state right now, and things are hectic just dealing with that. I can hardly balance an engagement on top of all that. That was the agreement, wasn't it? Once everything settles down on my end, we can get to doing the meet and greets and then on with planning the wedding. That's all pretty reasonable, I thought. But I guess I was wrong. So explain it to me, please. What's up with wanting to call everything off?
Yeah, it was a reasonable request. It certainly would have been if not for the... you know.
For the what? I'm really not sure what it is that you're referring to.
Why don't you try scrolling up a bit? I imagine the reason won't be too hard to find.
Huh? Like, go up and reread the message history?
Yeah, do that and take a good look at what you texted me last night.
Oh, rats. Martha, this isn't what it looks like.
Yeah, so there's your reason. I hope you understand now. Anyhow, I went and said goodbye to your parents. And now to you, Terry. Goodbye forever.
Wait, not so fast, Martha. You're jumping to conclusions here. This is a misunderstanding. You've got it all wrong. Those texts were definitely a mistake on my part. I can totally see how you would get the wrong idea. But I'll tell you, I'm not cheating. That I would never do.
Then I presume you won't have any trouble explaining yourself? Making up a story about a relative being in ill health, all to avoid meeting my mother. You lying scumbag! And all for what? Why exactly are we pushing back things that need to get done before the wedding?
Well, you see, I didn't want to tell you this if I didn't have to, but in actuality, this person is kind of like a stalker. She just won't give up on me.
Oh? This is the first I'm hearing of any of this.
How could I tell you? I didn't want you to worry about it. I know you already have a lot on your plate. However, I have been working with HR at my office for about a year now trying to get it resolved. But the truth is, once she heard that I got engaged to you, she really started making a fuss. She said that her behavior was all my fault. That I tempted and deceived her.
Did she now?
Believe me. Anyhow, that's why I discussed the situation with the HR department. And just recently, we were getting around to settling on some course of action. She even said that she would crash our wedding and made threats to hurt you. So I guess it had to be done.
I wonder if any of that really happened with the company. I mean, who waits a whole year to get around to settling a conflict between employees?
What? Well, I don't know what the case may be for other companies.
Normally, once an incident has crossed a certain point, The company steps in then and there to resolve it. So, if they were going to handle it, why would you need to message her directly about it? You're the victim in all of this, aren't you? Just trying to solve the problem with her? If that's the case, then you should be able to just ignore her and go on with your business, no? And have the company resolve the rest.
Well, I guess that could be one way it could get resolved. But the problem is bigger than that. Because she's actually the daughter of a powerful government bureaucrat.
Oh, is she now?
I know it may sound somewhat unlikely, but please, I swear that this is all true. I would never cheat. And I have never cheated.
Okay, fine. I'll believe you.
Martha, thank you.
As if? How could you even expect me to say that?
What? Are you saying I'm lying about all of this?
To tell you the truth, even after you sent me those messages last night, I didn't know what to think. Any answer was hard to accept. Sorry, but give me some space. I need to think about this.
No, wait.
Look, I'll set aside the separation for the time being. But it's just... I can't trust you. I need some time to think.
Okay, sure.
Oh, and before we have the discussion about our marriage, shouldn't you first apologize to your parents? No doubt you've come up with some different reason as to why everything was postponed.
Well, yeah, I did tell them something as well.
Actually, it's just struck me now, but even if last night's exchange was all a lie to get some stalker off your back, why would we need to actually cancel the meetup? It just really doesn't make sense that dealing with this girl has to push everything back like this.
Actually, there's a reason for that as well.
Save it. I don't want to hear any more explanations from you. I need time by myself to think. Give me that at least.
Okay, you do that. You take as much time as you need. But I hope that after you do, you believe me. My feelings still haven't changed, Martha. I still want to marry you. So don't get any crazy ideas, okay? Don't go doing anything you'll regret over a couple of texts. Sorry, I know you're at work, Martha, but do you have any time to talk?
Not really. I still have plenty of work left to wrap up before the day is over. If you could be really quick with it, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, of course. I just have one thing to ask. What time do you think you'll be getting off today?
It looks like it'll be around 7. But I'm busy. I already have plans for after work. So whatever you have planned, today won't work for me.
Oh, you already have plans? Okay, I see.
Well, what is it? Do you need something from me? Clearly you have something to say, so go ahead.
Well, I was wondering if now wouldn't be a good time. Things over here have been tidied up. I'm ready to resume serious talks about us getting married.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Not today. Today definitely won't work.
Of course, I get it. You're busy. But any day is fine with me. Though I'd prefer if we could get to it sooner rather than later. I know what I did back then made you hesitant about going through with the marriage, and I can tell you that I won't do something like that again. And I've explained everything to my parents.
Now that you mention it, I guess it was about exactly a year ago, wasn't it? I guess time really does fly. It really doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Yes, it does. I think we've waited long enough. I've done a lot of introspection. I've reconsidered everything this past year. I'm sorry. If I had just been upfront with you from the start, it wouldn't have come to this.
Yeah, I agree. The blame is entirely on you.
I know it is. And I'm really sorry about what I did. So, when you have some time, could you spend a bit of it talking things out with me? I have a lot of things that I want to say to you.
Wait a sec. I'm checking my schedule. 1 second. I'll get right back to you.
Thanks. I'm just glad that you're even giving me the chance. I know it's a pain to make time to fit me in.
You know what? Someone needs to go and talk with your parents about all of this. You want to talk about marriage, right? I'm sure they have been concerned about it too.
Huh? Going there now?
What? Is there something wrong with that? They've had to wait a whole year. It's about time they know what's up. They're anxious too, I'm sure. Especially because they have been so kept in the dark about what's going on.
Thanks, and sorry.
Okay, I'll get back to you later.
I'll be waiting. Hey! What is all this about a lawyer? Why are my parents talking with a lawyer right now? Martha, why haven't you shown up? Didn't you say you were coming?
When did I say that I would be the one going? I'm not sure I said that.
What? You said that someone should talk to them. And by someone, you meant yourself, right?
No, I never said anything about that someone being me, did I? Don't put words in my mouth.
Well, maybe that's true, but you sure as hell implied that was what was going to happen. And what about the marriage talks? What's a lawyer got to do with that?
Marriage? Don't say such crazy things. You've got Karen, don't you? You'll be marrying her, right? At least that's what you mistakenly told me. And after all those promises you made me, I really can't believe you were doing all this behind my back.
So it was you? You called the lawyer? You really had them come specifically on a weekend? Jesus, that's a frickin' pain. This is between us. You knew that doing this would just drag my parents into our mess.
I wasn't joking earlier, Terry. I know that she was who you were with a year ago. And that those mistaken texts were not you making up an excuse to have some stalker leave you alone. Do you get it now? Why I sent a lawyer?
No, you're wrong. That really was my attempt at getting that stalker off my back. This is all just a big misunderstanding because I texted the wrong person.
Then I have to choose between believing your lies and the evidence gathered by a professional. That's what it has come down to, Terry. So which do you think I'll be going with? Or better yet, which evidence do you think is more compelling?
Evidence? What could you possibly have on an innocent man? You've already seen the texts. That's all there is. And what does some PI know, anyhow? He probably is just faking everything. Those guys are known to do that, you know. In the first place, normally you'd think that someone would trust the person with who they are engaged without question.
Without question? No way. What is this, the cult of Terry? And if you hadn't done anything, I would have believed you. You have my trust originally. Honestly, I didn't even realize it a year ago. But I was suspicious. It seemed like you were cheating at the time, but I didn't have any direct evidence.
That's because there isn't any. And there isn't any because I didn't cheat.
But it was really unexpected that the other party was the realtor who was helping us find a place. Talk about hiding in broad daylight.
Nope. Just all a misunderstanding.
I wanted something concrete for the past year. That's what it would have taken to prove your innocence. A strong alibi of sorts. Then I could trust you again. But what turned up was pretty surprising. And I hate to say it, but it's not a good look for you. It seems you two have become quite close in the past year.
Wait, what proof? Who did you hire to dig up dirt on me? Are you sure that you can trust whoever it is? I need to research these guys before I can believe what you're saying. They could be fraudsters for all I know.
It's always someone else's fault with you. And these excuses are getting ridiculous. And how do I even benefit from going with some shady investigator instead of an upstanding one? Aren't you going to try begging me to believe you? Isn't that what worked for you last time? You know what they say? Fool me once, won't get fooled again. Your parents were devastated when I showed them the proof. It made them cry, Terry. They were falling over themselves apologizing for your behavior. You put your parents in that position.
You what? You showed them.
I did! Of course I did, Terry! I had actually given them a bit of a heads up before I had all the evidence in place. They had a right to know why things were taking so long.
Huh? How long has this been in the works?
Well, it has been a whole year, Terry. I've had plenty of time to prepare my case. Anyhow, just recently we met up and I showed them the evidence and we talked the situation over. You won't believe what they told me. That the postponement was my fault and you had chosen to wait for me.
Well, that was, I just blurted that out in the moment.
Apparently, they were under the impression that I had postponed the marriage because I was cheating. But that's not quite right, is it? I'm pretty sure that it wasn't me who was cheating. So why do they think that I was the one cheating on you? It's a real mystery. What on earth could explain it, I wonder?
Sorry. It was just a little white lie. I thought it would be fine. I figured it wouldn't matter after we got back together.
It's pathetic how much you lie to protect yourself. It just comes so naturally to you, doesn't it, Terry? Has everything with you been a lie? I just didn't think you were this kind of person. But it makes sense. If you lie enough, you can pretend to be anybody, I guess.
That's not me, Martha. This is a one-time thing that I really regret. I'm begging you. Forgive me. This is the truth. Karen was not and is not anything special to me. She's just a friend that got a bit too close. But I don't have to see her anymore. Martha, you are the only one for me. The only one I want to marry. I want us to be a family, Martha. I can support you and the kids and life will be good. Please let me be by your side.
Yeah, no. That ship has sailed, Terry. I don't want any support from a cheater. And I don't think that I can ever trust you again after this. But you know what? I wouldn't give up on Karen so soon. You two are very alike after all. Maybe that was the source of the attraction.
The source of our attraction? I'm not sure what that has to do with Karen, but... Are you saying that you were also hiding something from me, Martha?
What? No. How is that hard to understand? Are you dumb? I'm talking about how you and Karen are similar. Try paying attention while I spell out the situation. Karen, the woman you were cheating on me with, was also engaged.
What? She didn't tell me anything about having a partner. I never would have done anything if I knew that was the case.
Remember how we met Karen through a mutual friend who knew that we were looking for a house? They were the one who gave me all the details regarding Karen. Apparently, Karen was pretty wild in college. I guess she still is. You were just one of her more recent escapades. It gets worse. She said that back home, Karen was infamous for being easy, for getting around. I guess that just becomes common knowledge when you grow up in a small town.
Really? I didn't know that about her. She didn't really ever talk about herself. Things would have been totally different if I knew any of this. Man, I can't believe that was the realtor they introduced us to.
Leave them out of this. Karen's past isn't their fault. It would have been one thing if they did it to try and couple you and Karen together. Assumes her thought process was that no matter how wild she may be, you were engaged at the time, so it would be fine. I guess she gave you two both too much credit. But them having faith in you two behaving yourselves is hardly something you can find fault with. And they did attest to Karen being hardworking, and what's more, good at her job. But they were shocked when I told them what happened. They thought it was a joke at first. But were clearly disappointed to hear what you two got up to despite being engaged.
Man, you told them everything too? That's going to be another awkward conversation.
You should get around to telling them the truth. You could even go do it now if you wanted. It seems they're taking it pretty hard. I guess they feel like it's partly their fault that two couples broke up. I doubt telling them that it was all a little bit of fun would do much to help that.
Look, I didn't want them to feel like this was their fault either.
Oh, there is one person you don't need to talk to about what you did. Because I already told Karen's former partner about what you two were doing as well.
Why did you tell him? Do you even know him?
He deserves to know, and I might as well get my money's worth out of the evidence I had collected. So anyways, I guess she's also single now.
Does that mean... Crap. This might be pretty bad for me.
Bad in the sense of bad financially? You'd be lucky for that to be the worst of it, honestly. Obviously, you'll probably be hearing from him. Or more likely, his lawyer. But I haven't heard any of the specifics about that. That's his business. I didn't bother to ask. As for me, though, I'll be looking for $15K from you and $10K from Karen. All that's left is, I guess, wait for a call from my lawyer.
No way. I can't pay that much.
Oh, and another thing. You should probably expect for Karen to be fired from her job.
Fired? Why? What happened to her being good at her job?
I mean, isn't it kind of messed up? She broke up an engagement by sleeping around with the client's husband. If that's not grounds for firing, I don't know what is. It's hard to imagine that the topic of firing her won't be on the table soon, if not today. Once they finish pouring through all the evidence I had sent their way, that is. There are no two ways about it. It's only a matter of time.
Damn. I'm not sure you had to go that far. I mean, aside from the cheating, did she ever slight you?
Like I said, it's nothing personal. Just getting my money's worth from the evidence. Also, I guess it is a little personal. So I guess you two are in the same spot then. Why don't you be a good boy and go give her a shoulder to cry on? Anyhow, a big thanks for all you've done for me. It was a pleasure knowing you.
Wait, we're not done yet.
I doubt you'll have a room to stay in at your parents' house, so maybe you should go figure out where you'll be sleeping tonight.
Damn. I forgot that they are mad at me too.
Maybe after she's done crying on your shoulder, she can help you find a new place to stay. Oh shoot, I totally forgot. She's going to be fired. Well, that's just too bad then. Guess you're going to have to figure it out all by yourself. See you then. The results of the one-year investigation. Terry was guilty as sin. As expected. After sending the self-incriminating texts and trying to conjure up various excuses, he spent the next year fooling around with Karen. The evidence built and built until I decided to make my move. In the end, both engagements were called off. Karen was fired from her realty job. No shock there. Terry's company was called by Karen's ex, who informed them about his behavior. After that, his life at work got so bad that he eventually quit. Terry was abandoned by his parents. Both parties eventually washed their hands with each other, each blaming the other. Classic Terry, still trying to offload the blame on others. And that leaves me. Knowing how everything ended up, I couldn't be more pleased. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.
Hey, Pedro, are you there? Did your wife pack your lunch again today? Because I'm hungry and I think I'm going to eat it instead.
Well, I have actually already eaten lunch today, so...
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Well, I had to chat with Pete earlier today, so I took my lunch break about 15 minutes before everyone else did.
You're kidding me. And I was so looking forward to getting to eat whatever it was that your wife made for me.
Daria, can you please just cut all of this out? I mean, why do you think it is okay to take my lunch in the first place?
Well, because I forgot to bring my own lunch for today. What other choice do I have?
There is literally a cafeteria on the first floor of our building. How about you go and buy your own lunch from there?
What? Do you seriously think I want to go all the way down there and have to shell out my own money just to eat?
Well, if you keep forgetting to pack your own lunch, I don't see what other choice you have, really.
Oh, come on, Pedro. Don't be like that. I have explained to you over and over again that I am a single mother with 3 kids. I don't have any time to do anything for myself. Once I get home, I am just so swamped looking after my kids. Not to mention the fact that I need to try and save money where I can so I can afford to buy them things. That is why I am always borrowing your lunch out of the fridge. We're helping each other out here. Don't you see that?
Well, I can see how you are helping yourself. To my lunch. But what do I get out of it?
Well, I'm always submitting my reports on time and going out of my way to do stuff for you. Are you really? Because I've actually had to work quite a bit of overtime lately trying to correct all the mistakes that you have been making.
Oh, come on. I hardly think that that is fair.
Whatever. That is a different talk for a different time. The point is that I want you to stop taking my lunch. My wife is kind enough to make it for me every day, and if you take it, then I don't have anything to eat. Stop taking food that isn't yours, okay? She is making it for me, not you.
Okay. And so what? I thought you said that you were going to ask your wife to start cooking lunches for me too, remember? You said that you wanted to help me save money so that we could help each other, right?
I never once said I was going to ask my wife that, and I have no interest in helping you save. Anyways, either way, I have already eaten my lunch for today.
So then, I guess I'm just going to go hungry all day then, huh?
What are you, a child? Literally just go to the cafeteria and buy yourself some lunch.
Why don't you buy some for me? After all, it's all your fault I'm not eating today.
Look, can we please just talk about work? I don't want to associate with you in any other way besides that.
So, you aren't going to buy me anything to eat?
You cheapo tightwad jerk. Hey, Kim. Are you there? I am finally off of work. Just getting on the bus to head home now.
Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad that they let you out at the normal time today. Yay! No overtime!
Yeah. I told my boss that I really wanted to leave on time and basically worked hard all day to make sure that I did.
Aw. Well, good work, baby. I'm proud of you. By the way, I wanted to ask, did you enjoy your lunch today?
I did, actually. I managed to get it before Daria could steal it. I talked to my boss and he let me take my lunch break about 15 minutes early, so there was no problem.
I see. Well, that is good to hear. Glad you enjoyed it.
But you know, I think I bugged some of the other employees by eating early since our schedules were a little offset. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to get away with doing this forever.
Yeah. I really don't think that this can be your permanent solution at all. Still though, this Daria lady really seems to like my cooking, huh? Didn't you say she up and took one of the tortillas I packed for you on like her very first day?
Yeah, that's right. You know, she did something really similar just last week, too. I sensed there was someone standing behind me, and before I knew it, this crazy lady was reaching her hand out from behind my head and just stole an arepa right from my Tupperware. She did it so quickly that I didn't even have time to stop her. I could only stare after her as she scuttled off with my food.
Wow. She sounds like a lady with some serious issues.
And the day after that, I caught her rummaging through my lunch while it was still in the fridge. And then the day after that, she got up from her desk, went to the kitchen, and started doing the exact same thing. I'm just glad that at least today I managed to move my lunch break earlier so that I could actually eat all of it myself for once.
I just can't believe how tenacious she is. I mean, that lady has some real dedication to stealing your lunch. Maybe she just has more fun stealing from you than she does actually eating it at this point.
Well, I'm starting to think that as well. But the fact that it is your cooking doesn't deter her at all, I'm sure. But still, if only we had a way to stop her once and for all. Our supervisor even sat her down and talked to her about this, but she still won't listen.
Well, if she won't stop taking your food, then I guess you just have to find a way to always be able to get to your lunch before she can.
I know. If we can't figure out what to do, then I'm afraid that that will be the only way I can deal with this. But that is hardly a solution, you know?
You're right. And she still won't have learned her lesson if that is how you respond. Besides, I'm upset about this too. I put a lot of effort into those meals because I really love you and I want to show you that through my cooking. It makes me happy that you like to eat what I make. So if eating it makes you happy, then we have to do something. We can't just let this Daria person keep getting away with this. I can't stand it. Sorry. Maybe I was getting a little carried away with all this. You don't think I'm being selfish, do you?
What? No, of course you aren't being selfish. In fact, I think that is really, really sweet, baby. You know how much I love eating your cooking. And when I'm busy at work, sometimes eating your lunch is the only real relaxation that I look forward to. I don't want this going on any longer than I can help it. Anyways, I guess tomorrow I will just try talking to our supervisor again and hoping for the best.
Well, good luck, Pedro. I hope things resolve smoothly.
Hey, Kim. How are you holding up? Are you feeling any better now?
Hey, honey. I am feeling a bit better, thanks. I had some medicine this morning and things seem to have settled down a bit. But I am really sorry that I couldn't pack you any lunch today. I was really looking forward to cooking you something special yesterday, but then... well, you know.
You have absolutely nothing to worry about at all. You just caught a cold. It happens to everyone. You just focus on feeling better, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you for being so sweet.
And by the way, I was going to take the afternoon off to come home and take care of you.
What? Are you sure about that? You don't have to go and do something like that.
Well, I want to be there for you. I know your mom is over at our place taking care of you right now, but doesn't she have a trip this weekend that she needs to be getting ready for? I mean, I thought that they were going to be leaving tomorrow, right?
Well, yeah, that is true.
And thankfully, we just entered a quiet period at work, so it really isn't that big of a deal if I take a little time off to check up on you. I explained to my boss that you were sick, and he told me to go home and check on you as well. That is actually why I am texting you now. He said I should let you know that I'll be taking off early.
Aw, Pedro. You really are too sweet. What would I do without you?
Don't worry about it, my love. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up my work here and then get ready to head home. I will see you in a little bit.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything you do for me.
Hey, Pedro! What gives? Where's your lunch today? Don't tell me you hid it from me again. Hi, Daria. I am pleased to say that today I do not have any lunch. What? But why? Did you forget it or something? Actually, my wife is sick and wasn't able to cook me anything, so I didn't bring anything to eat. Are you kidding me? Well, then what am I supposed to eat, huh? Do you really think it's okay to just make me go hungry 2 days in a row? Now you definitely have to buy me something from the cafeteria. Actually, I took the afternoon off, so I am already out of the office and on my way home right now. Wait, you're not even here anymore? That's right. I was worried about my wife, so I took some time off so that I can take care of her while she is sick at home. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Anyways, I don't really want to talk to you outside of work, so... Oh, jeez. Well, now you both are useless to me. Hey, Pedro! What the heck was that in your lunch? You have to tell me. I mean, did you purposefully tell your wife to make something that nasty? How could you lay a trap like that for me? That's so mean of you. Sorry, what? It wasn't fresh at all. What was your wife thinking? Is she trying to poison me or something? No, seriously, what are you even talking about right now? I am talking about my lunch today. You hid it under your desk this time, didn't you? Are you saying that you went through my desk looking for my lunch? That isn't the point! You aren't listening! I am telling you that there was something up with the lunch that your wife made for you. Something tasted off. What was it? I have no idea what you are talking about. I mean, it tasted really, really nasty. What was she thinking giving you that to eat? Did she lose her sense of taste or something? What did she spice that slop with? Daria, I really do not have a single clue what you are talking about. I was doing some work outside of the office today, so I ate out for lunch. Wait, what? What do you mean? I mean that I had to go meet a client this morning outside of the office. I knew that I might not make it back to the office in time to eat, so I just decided to eat out instead. But I found your lunch under your desk. Your wife packed that for you to eat today, didn't she? Wait a second. Are you sure that you didn't mix up my desk with Tony's desk? As in the guy who sits next to me? He always puts his lunch under his desk. No, it was definitely your desk. Oh. I see what happened. Is your stomach okay? Are you sure you're feeling alright? What do you mean by that? Why wouldn't I? Well, Tony told me earlier that he was so focused on his work, he thinks he might have put his lunch under my desk instead of his own. So then, you mean to tell me that I actually ate Tony's lunch? Hold on, that isn't all. He was so busy he actually came into the office on Saturday, and he actually didn't even have time to eat lunch. And then, when he went home, he completely forgot that he had even brought any food with him to the office in the first place. Wait, so what does that mean? Well, he didn't remember about his lunch until today. He told me when he called me that it was an old lunch and that I should just leave it there for him to deal with when he's back in the office. He was so embarrassed for leaving his old food at work. But why the heck would he just leave his lunch there under your desk? And why didn't you do anything about it? You should have tossed it out first thing this morning. I already told you that I was out of the office most of this morning. I didn't get the call from Tony about his lunch until I had already left to go meet my client. So even if I wanted to clean it up, I was already out of the office by the time I learned about it. I don't believe this. So, are you okay? So then, you're telling me that I ate someone else's days-old lunch? That's disgusting! Well, yeah, it was pretty irresponsible of Tony to just leave his lunch out and under someone else's desk. But you were the one who went poking around my desk trying to find food that wasn't yours to begin with. This can't be happening to me right now. What's happening? Well, while you were telling me all that about Tony's lunch, my stomach started to feel funny all of a sudden. Oh, wow, yeah. I would really try and leave work and go see a doctor right away. A doctor? Screw that! What I need right now is a toilet. I'm going to sue you for everything you have, Pedro. Sorry, what is all this about now? It is all your fault. I had to call an ambulance to take me to the hospital the other day. I just got back home yesterday, but I am still puking and having diarrhea all over the place. You are going to pay for getting me sick. You are going to pay for my hospital bill, and you are going to pay me back for the days I missed from work. All of it. Do you hear me? Tony said that you came to him saying something similar as well. That's right. It was his fault that all this happened, too. If he wasn't so forgetful, then I would have never gotten sick. Right. About that. I was actually talking to Tony a bit more about his lunch, and he told me that he actually did call to ask someone else to throw out the food while I was out of the office. Wait. He said what now? Yeah. But then he told me that when that person went to go under my desk to look for the lunchbox, that you suddenly appeared saying that the lunch was yours and you snatched it out of their hands. I thought that they might be trying to steal your food too. Of course not. No one in their right mind would crawl on their hands and knees on the floor to try and steal someone's food. You're the only one crazy enough to do something like that. Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like that? You are being very rude, you know. And you just got out of the hospital because you couldn't help but take what wasn't yours. I mean, did you really not guess that the food might have gone bad when you opened the lid and smelled it? Why did you eat something like that? But I was hungry. Anyways, more importantly, I heard that you were fired. Wait, what do you mean by that? Well, apparently it wasn't just my lunch that you were stealing. It was also discovered that you were stealing tons of supplies from around the office. What? Me? Steal? Of course not. Look, you just don't know what you're talking about right now, okay? You have no idea what it is like to be a single mother of 3, and you never will. Yes, Daria, I am sure that your life is full of challenges that I will never ever know. But the fact of the matter is that you were stealing. But Don't you pity me? Don't you feel bad for me? I really honestly don't. But why? Isn't it true that the reason you and your husband got divorced in the first place was because you were cheating on him? Not only that, I heard that he found out the kids weren't even his. I heard your ex-husband doesn't even have to pay you child support. What? How do you know all this? Have you been stalking me or something? Well, your parents actually reached out to contact me so that they could apologize for your poor behavior. Are you serious? Did they really do that? They did. In fact, they even offered to pay the value of all the lunches that you have stolen from me. So after this, I don't want anything else to do with you. Wait, please. Don't go yet. What about my hospital bills? My missed time from work? Who is going to pay me for those things, huh? You have to take responsibility for your actions and marry me. Wow. You have really lost your mind, haven't you? Of course I'm not going to do that. But why not? This is ridiculous. Goodbye, Daria.
At the last minute, Daria really thought to try and ask Pedro to marry her. Pedro's wife, who was sitting right next to him as he talked to Daria, only laughed and said that she knew this would happen. Apparently, she had a suspicion that Daria really liked Pedro and that her actions were a way to take out her frustrations on his wife as well as try and get his attention. Obviously, though, it did not work. Daria had no other option but to take her kids and move back in with her parents. Later, the company made sure to send her the bill for her stolen office supplies. In the 1 month that she worked there, she managed to steal about $5,000 worth of various equipment. Now she is working from sunup to sundown so she can pay off her debts. She barely has any time to herself and is always going out in shabby clothes, only focusing on the work ahead of her. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.